Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, come in and sit down. We got some tea. Listen, more information has come out on Jeezy's divorce from Jeannie. And y'all, it's worse than we thought. We have definitive proof that one, she was blindsided. Two, there was no separation. His separation was the date he actually filed those papers. Three, she did not see it coming. But what's more, it looked like he wanted to hurt her at the worst possible time. He wanted her to feel that. Y'all, let's get into this. We're also going to talk about legally separated. And y'all, people are saying that Jeannie has grounds to contest that prenup. And if I was her, I would do it too. Now, before we do that, let's get into what happened. If you guys don't know, let me bring up the debate. Jeezy, right? Jay Jenkins literally filed for divorce from his wife of 2 years. The date for the divorce filing is what we need to look at. We also need to look at the date of separation because it tells us so much. Three, I know everybody's saying Jeannie and her white meat comments. We will talk about that later because let me tell y'all something. Jeezy is a known colorist and he don't like girls that got anything below, well, you know what, let me shut up. He don't like girls that got anything below a 3B curl pattern. That's all I'm saying. Also, we have some insight on why he's actually filing for joint custody because all his other kids, he didn't file for custody. Let's get into this. First of all, let's talk about how he wanted to hurt her. Y'all said y'all want proof. Okay, let's get into the actual definitive proof. Cue the divorce documents, all right? Now, first of all, one of the important things actually being reported in all this has to do with the divorce documents, and they are living in a bona fide state of separation. Again, they're supposed to be living in a bona fide state of separation. A lot of people rush through that. But if you look at the divorce documents and you actually look at Fulton County courthouse records, okay? A bona fide state of separation is not what me and you think it is, okay? This is Georgia. They are literally going through it with Fulton County. So let's just get to it. Let me stop. It does not necessarily mean that you are physically living in separate houses, as many people cannot afford to do so until divorce is final. If you guys don't know, Kim and Corey Behrman are still fighting over that same house that's about to get repossessed because you can live in the same house and be separated. What is it though? Rather, the most important part of remaining in a bona fide state of separation is that you cannot have sexual, right? You know, doing the nasty, I don't want to get demonetized, relations with your spouse. This is the first thing that people say, that if Jeannie wants to fight this, she can push back on this, because what is the actual date that they actually stopped having intimate relations? Jeezy can literally say, it was this morning, and you haven't pleased me since, but Jeannie can contest it. It 100% has to look like, it 100% has to be that you both stopped having relations in any time. The fact of the matter is, if you guys don't remember, Jeannie just 2 days ago posted a loving tribute to her husband. Now, I know some of y'all are saying, oh, so what? They could have just been faking the fun. They're doing this for publicity. I very much doubt that. Let's get actually into the court documents, because that is, I feel like, what a lot of people are looking over. I know a lot of people reviewed the court documents, but they're missing a few key things. First of all, everybody's cackling and kikiing, and I'm sure Yeezy is too, that there was a prenup. And to that point, it does say in the court documents, it said that the parties entered into a prenuptial agreement dated March 26, 2021, that was duly signed and executed by both petitioner and respondent on March 26, 2001, okay? And which resolves all financial issues, incidents to this divorce. The prenuptial agreement should be enforced and the terms set forth therein made the final order of this court. Fine. Then you go to paragraph 10. Okay, it's paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4. You go to paragraph 10. There should be a division of the assets and debts between the parties as set forth inconsistent with the prenuptial agreement. There it goes again. Now, Jeezy got a lot of money. Y'all can Google all you want. Jeezy got a lot of money. Right? It's looking more and more like maybe his camp or people close to him are putting out rumors about Jeannie cheating, because at the end of the day, we'll talk about that later. Let's actually get into this, okay? because I want to stick to the facts, and then we can get the speculation. Okay, right? It says in paragraph 11, petitioner should be awarded his separate non-marital property and all appreciation thereon as set forth in and consistent with the prenuptial agreement. All right. It seems like he has her by the, right? Because we know it's ironclad, except for the fact of Jeezy was too much. He moved too quickly. Look at the date the prenup was signed, March 26, 2021. The date the parties were married, as listed in paragraph 3, the parties were married on or about March 27, 2021. And they're currently living in a bona fide state of separation. Again, that bona fide state of separation is the fact that Jeezy's saying that we are not having marital relations, okay? We are not doing the nasty. I'm not getting demonetized, all right? But here's the most important thing, where I think Jeezy, in his quest to really stick it with Jeannie, didn't actually think about it. He should have had her sign a postnup. A divorce lawyers, okay? You can Google this, but divorce lawyers, and if you're in the case, it can be contested. When you sign a prenup too close to the wedding date, you can contest it saying that you signed it under duress. That's right. If you're interested in making anybody sign it, this is in Georgia and a lot of states, I think almost every state, there is something called societal pressure, family pressure, wanting to save face. If I have all my friends and family coming out here, or even my family, if I've announced to the world I'm getting married, if everybody knows tomorrow is that day, and you show up the night before and you're like, sign here, right? That is something that if I do sign it, I can contest I was under duress. What does duress means? Great excruciating emotional pressure to make me to perform in a way that is adverse to my best interests. Meaning Jeannie or anybody, right? Anybody that signed that document can say, I did not have a clear state of mind. I had pressure, I had humiliation, there was all this stuff on the line. It was too late to say no. Had he given this to me a week before, 2 weeks before, 3 months ago, I wouldn't have signed it because it's not in my best interest. Why would I sign this? But because he gave it to her the day before and they got married the day after, it does leave a window, if she gets a really good divorce lawyer, for them to contest this document, the prenup, in its entirety. It is a good legal claim. This is not some legal markup. Go and Google to divorce lawyers, go to Twitter and TikTok and literally at your favorite divorce lawyer, right? That's not anti-woman. And they will tell you that Jeannie is in a good situation. Again, why does this matter? Because the way he did it was so evil. A lot of people thought she had to be cheating on him. The streets were saying, but now people are like, oh, like, was the streets his people? Because who actually leaked this document? Again, when a lot of people went to go get the actual documents, they weren't available, meaning that they weren't filed yet. I know you can e-file at the courthouse, but even when you e-file, they still have to verify that the documents are legit. They have to verify that's your signature. They have to verify your lawyer. They have to verify all these things. And then they put it in public record. That lets you know that it was filed, right? It was released, information was released before it was filed. Now, only two things could have happened. Somebody from the courthouse released that information. He didn't want them to know. Or even worse, Jeezy's team released it because Jeannie didn't see this coming. Why didn't Jeannie see this coming? Let's look at a few things, right? Let's look at a few things. Hold on. Now let's get to the pure evilness of this, because Jeezy didn't have to do Jeannie like that. Y'all, when did he file? He filed Thursday, which I believe was September the 16th or September the 15th. It actually has the date that it was filed. It was September 14th of 2023 at 9:21 a.m. It was first thing in the morning, okay? What happened over the summer, okay? This says the date that Jeezy went and talked to a lawyer and the papers were drawn up and he signed was on June 15th, 2023. This man had this woman doing the electric slide at the cookout on Juneteenth, doing all this mess. She was literally with the parents on June 15th. She was planning their honeymoon in Vietnam. She was big upping his books. They have been everywhere together. Jeannie didn't see this coming. Jeannie didn't see this coming. He's been planning this for months. She threw him Father's Day batches. She took him on a luxurious honeymoon. She has been all up and down. He has been liking her pictures. Even 2 days ago, she was giving him a special shout out. Go to her Instagram feed. You will see. Jeannie did not see this coming. And the number one reason we know she didn't see this coming, okay? And again, this is all my opinion. Let me know respectfully if you disagree, okay? The number one thing that you know she didn't see this coming was for something quite simpler. It says, respondent is a resident of Fulton County, Georgia, and is subject to the jurisdiction of this court. It is anticipated that respondent will acknowledge service of process. If respondent does not acknowledge service, she may be served as provided by the law. Y'all, she didn't know about this because you know that if both people come to terms with divorce, you can sign on the dotted line and submit that paperwork together, and it makes it go quicker. You don't even have to agree. You don't even have to agree with the divorce. You just can sign, okay, I know you're filing for divorce and I'll fight it out for court later. The fact that she was not served, the fact that he's even saying she was not served, and the fact that her signature is not on the documents acknowledging, not that she agrees with the divorce, but acknowledging that she knows the court papers are going to be filed, y'all. Jeezy thinks that he is so smart. And he might be. But I honestly think like he overplayed his hand. He better pray to God he got some information of Jeannie doing something inappropriate, illicit, whatever. Because the way he came for this woman's neck, I don't care whether you think she deserves it or not. Let's be real. The way he publicly humiliated her, the way he smacked her with this information out the blue, the way the whole world, she found out what the whole world, it looks like, at least like it seems like, that her man and my man, thank you to my man, that she's always bragging about, talking about, yes, I was raised to be submissive. I was raised to wipe my man's boot, right? The way she, and I'm not playing Jeannie at all. I'm just saying the way that she bought into this whole submissive train, baby, he better hope and pray that she is a forgiving woman, because he thinks that he took away all her angles, but he doesn't realize he was so heavy-handed in what he did that you left the door open for not only this to be a long, prolonged legal battle, but also you left the door open for that whole prenup to go poof and bye-bye. Before you divorced her, you should have made her sign a postnup just to make sure it was ironclad, because that prenup, whatever lawyer that advised you, let me find out it was Olga that did Tasha K's case. Anyway, y'all, listen, I'm digging for some more tea. I'll be back in a minute. Make sure you do, well, I don't even gotta tell you to hit that like and subscribe button. Do what you want. I'll see you if you stop by my channel again. Bye.